Hi, everybody. How are ya? Sorry I was a minute or two late. It was hard to get it to load. I mean, it just, ugh. So, how you doing? Um, we have a ton of questions from last week, so I'm going to jump right into them. But if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. And we're going to pick up all the ones from last week. We're also going to, I'm going to remind you now, and I'll remind you again at the end, that starting in July, we're going to move these to YouTube. Because we had so many people who just didn't have Facebook, and you don't even have to have an account to watch them on YouTube. So it's good to go. So if you have a question, ask it. If you're not, just say hi. But we're going to jump into the, we've got a bunch of questions. So, what is your favorite laundry tip? My favorite laundry tip is use less detergent and use wool balls. You know, just using less, my favorite tip. My husband bought me a white shirt that has a ring around the collar. Will you remind me how to remove this? You can do it with oxygen bleach. Just wash it with oxygen bleach. If it's a new stain, wash it with oxygen bleach and you'll be good to go. Is it possible to put a comforter that says it's dry clean only in the washer? It's 100% polyester. It has an insert I took out, so it's like a duvet cover. Absolutely, it'll be just fine. Just put it in the wash, and you'll be golden. It'll be super. Hey, Jenny. I hear the Laundress products are coming back soon. A trick to soften metallic thread. Generally, if you put it in the dryer, air fluff, so no heat, with a couple of tennis balls, it'll loosen it up a little bit. I know you can tell us how to clean grill grates. I can, and it's actually really simple. Wet them, cover them with some baking soda, put a garbage bag around them, and set them on the deck and let them sit a couple hours. Hey, Heidi from Canada. Are the wildfires over there? I hope so. How do you wash a comforter that has a silk thread lining? My son brought it back from China. Okay, if it's one of those where the silk lays... how do I describe it? Like the silk looks just vertically. You know what I mean? Like it just looks barely unwrapped. You need to hand wash it. And hand wash it carefully. Do not pick it up when it's wet. Just let it lay in the tub. Like wash it in the bathtub. Let it lay in the tub until it's almost dry and then pick it up. Just let it lay there. Hi from New Hampshire. Oh, I love New Hampshire so much. How do I clean my daughter's fancy dresses she uses for church? They have ribbon and lace. Hand wash them. It's fine. If you saw my TV show, which currently isn't airing, which unfortunate, I'd tell you exactly where to go. But I washed a dress that was white and it had green ribbon through it, and then it had beads on it. You just check the ribbon for color fastness. Just wet a Q-tip and run it across the ribbon and just make sure that it... the color doesn't lift and you'll be fine. You were evacuated last week. Oh, thank goodness for rain. That's great news, Heidi. I'm really, really glad to hear it. I've worried about people in Canada. Will spray starch eventually make spots or discoloration on vintage fabric? It won't if you just use it. It will if you spray starch and then store it. So... Howdy from Texas. Don't use... Do they have notifications? They absolutely do. They actually have better... That's one of the reasons I'm moving over. They have a better notification system. You go on the YouTube channel, which you can find on the website at laundryevangelist.com, and click the videos. You can click, like, to follow or subscribe. It actually says subscribe. And you get a notification every time I go live. And you get it kind of no matter where you are. So you get it on your phone, you get it on your computer. That was one of the things I liked. The other thing I like is you don't really have to have, you don't have to have an active account. Like, you just can kind of create a dummy if you want. So, are you still recommending Levant dish soap for replacing laundry stain remover? I am, but I've also found something else, and I'm going to have somebody grab me one. There's a product called Archipelago Spot Remover, and I am loving it. So I am using Levant and Archipelago. The nice thing about the Archipelago, there it is. Let's see. There it is. It doesn't show it here, but it comes with a spray. So you can actually, when you buy it, it has a sprayer, like a trigger sprayer with it, so you can spray it on, which I really like. Um, do you have suggestions for cleaning mildew on outdoor ATV seats? Oh, so like leather seats. Um, Squeeze a lemon on them, let it sit about a half an hour, and buff it off, and the mildew will go away with it. Do you always use soap flakes, or is there ever a time you use detergent? I always use soap flakes, except when I want the fragrance. And I'll be honest, soap flakes are better than detergent, but sometimes I just really like the way this Fraser fur smells. Um, Bringing new puppy home. How much oxygen bleach should I have on hand? Oh gosh, 3 or 4 bags minimum, because they're going to be everywhere, but it's going to be so much fun. And I would like to pet the puppy, so if you want to bring it by. Have there ever been a staying question that stumped you? Wasn't it jet fuel? The jet fuel one did stump me until I found out how how the jet fuel is made, and then I knew how to back it out. By the way, the trick is to back it out with sudsy ammonia, but I didn't know. So, I hope you're able to come to Columbus. Oh my gosh, me too. Will you do a YouTube on cleaning Uggs? And that is a phenomenal idea, and I'm going to ask Dinah to write it down, because it's such a good idea to do a YouTube video on how to clean Uggs. The safest way to store oxygen bleach, you can store it in something that's almost airtight. If you do it completely airtight and it gets wet, it'll pop, like when you put a bottle in the freezer. I mean, it's not dangerous, it just pops. But, like, I have one of the containers that we have in the store, and I just took the gasket out of it. Will the new book have an index? Yes, it will. Hallelujah. We told the publisher that was a deal breaker, because our last publisher did not want one, and we disagreed with that decision. Carpet spot cleaner solution recommendations. I use 3 tablespoons of oxygen bleach to a quart of hot water. When you talk about a bar of laundry soap, what brand do you recommend? I have Fels Naphtha. That's fine. I like mine. I like the Laundry Evangelist one that has baking soda in it. Okay. And then I have answered those, but I've got a couple more in here to answer. And if you have any questions, for heaven's sakes, ask, because I'm super happy to answer. Okay. To Robin Ryan Hurwitz, she asked about her grandmother's flapper dress. I need to know what the fabric is made of, so we're going to have to email, but I will let everyone know what our solution is. Got red hair dye on my bathroom rug. Oh, shoot, no. Oxygen bleach will take it out. Just soak it in like 2 tablespoons in like a very small amount of hot water, and then I'll pull it out. Exactly what is oily soap? I've heard you say it. It shouldn't be moisturizing. Can you give us an example? The example about the Laundress spot remover would be one, the Archipelago spot remover would be one. Levant dish soap is one. You just don't want to use like Dawn, because it's too acidic and it will wreck the fabric. So just use something, but you want that thick texture. Do dryer balls ever need to be replaced? I don't really think so. Just if they start to get pilly, replace them. But I've had mine forever. Do you recommend things be washed or snapped when there's washing? I only zip zippers. I leave everything else alone. I bought a bag of sodium percarbonate online. How should I use it? Throw a tablespoon in when you want that bleaching effect. Just remember, you can't use it on wool or silk. Do you have a color chart for sorting clothes matching that matches your book? That is a great idea. Oh, and thanks for taking care of you. Yeah, because, I didn't have a voice last week. Could you use the Thyme dish soap as your oily soap? Oh, let me see if we have one. Do we have a Thyme dish soap? It's pretty aggressive. I need to see what's in it. Let me see if we have one. If not, I'll have to get back to you. Do we have a dish soap? Oh, okay. Okay, that'll be fine. I just need the ingredients. Are you sure I can wash my husband's Brooks Brothers too? Yes, I am. Hand wash one first, just so you can see it. It's really not hard. The trick is when you press it. Okay. Fraser Fir dish soap. It has citric acid in it. I think it's going to be too aggressive. Um, I mean, you could try it on something, like a T-shirt or something. I'll be honest, I wouldn't. I think it's going to be too aggressive, and I love it because I love the Times, as you all know. My daughter works unloading trucks and stocking. This is her vest after I pre-treated with vinegar. Oh shoot, yeah, it's just really oily. They say it's waterproof. You can wash it with a sudsy ammonia, and you can get sudsy ammonia at Walmart, so she can just bring it home. Um, so but Shauna, back to the Brooks Brothers suit. I have washed them in the machine in the mesh bag and been fine. But I want you to hand wash one because I want you to see. I want to make sure that you have the tools to press it back. But it'll be just fine. I've had a number of people who do it. If somebody who's on right now has done it, chime in. But it totally works. Dinah did it. Well, you did a sport coat. And it was a Hickey Freeman? Was it Hickey Freeman? Yeah, Dinah did it to a Hickey Freeman sport coat, and she had no issues. My husband's T-shirt's getting holes when we're washing and drying them. What is happening? See if you're washing them with jeans, because very often it is the zipper that causes the holes. My son does fishing charters, and his clothes smell after washing with Tide and Unstoppables. And my daughter's gym clothes. Oh my gosh, no, stop. Okay. First of all, Unstoppables put a layer of coating on the fabric. So they have a fragrance to them, but what's actually happening is they're coating the fabric so the sweat and that fishy smell is trapped in the fabric and it can't get out. You need to wash that out with, probably a half a cup of vinegar and, soap. Stop using anything that has fragrance and start using oxygen bleach. And it may take 3 or 4 washings, but that fishing smell will go away for sure. If red color bled into the shirt and it went pink, is there any way to fix that? Oh, totally. Color run remover from Carbona, and that'll totally take it right out. And it's funny, I just realized the person who asked me this, I told her yesterday when I saw her in person. I keep looking for sudsy ammonia at Walmart and can't find it. It's in the laundry section. No, it is with the cleaning products. You'll find it with the glass cleaner. And if you can't find it, some Walmarts don't have it, and you can go to Tractor Supply or Fleet Farm and they'll have it. Is there any way to undrab white sportswear? Usually that is too much detergent. That's usually what gives it that gray finish. And so just cut it back. I so enjoy your website following. Oh, thanks. Thank you. How do you set colored fabric? The tag said to put 2 tablespoons of vinegar in the first wash. Color still bled. Okay. I use it with salt. Instead of vinegar, I had a 1/4 cup of salt and put it in water and let it sit overnight, and I always have great results from that. How to remove cat urine smell? It'll come out with oxygen bleach. Just a tablespoon to a quart and dab it on and then rinse it off. How do I get my husband's white socks white? I wash on hot with bleach and Tide Pods. They could be getting dingy because you're bleaching out the color. I never use chlorine bleach. I have a video about it. It's kind of involved. I don't want to. You can look, but basically, white is that your white socks are dyed white, and bleach bleaches out the color. You can use baking soda, and that'll get the grime out of them. Is it possible to put a comforter that says dry clean on the? Oh, we already did this. Where can I buy sudsy ammonia? We just talked about that. Is there something I could use instead? I'm washing silk underwear and want to get them cleaner. In a pinch, you could use soap flakes and ammonia. Just don't use detergent and ammonia. You could throw soap flakes and, ammonia in the washer. Sudsy ammonia is just kind of a twofer. It just makes it a little easier. I can't get the soles of the socks clean. I wear them without shoes at home. I've tried baking soda, laundry soap, soaking them in sodium percarbonate. They're still dirty. Usually I have great luck just putting in baking soda. Maybe don't soak them in baking soda. Maybe add it to the washing machine because you kind of need that aggression. Denim transfer on a leather bag. Sadler's 2-in-1. I think it's called 2-in-1 conditioner cleaner. You put it on the bag in kind of a thick layer, let it sit about a half an hour, and buff it off, and the blue dye goes away with it. My daughter bought a beautiful Johnny Was dress at an estate sale, and it is. The slip has stains. I soaked it in vinegar and water and washed it. It's beautiful. You need to wash it with some soap flakes. Put it in a mesh bag and put it in the washer. I just think that 5 minutes wasn't enough. It had a dry cleaner tag attached. That's dry cleaning fluid that you're looking at in there. Those aren't stains. It's dry cleaning fluid. You need to wash it out. Preferred method for getting latex paint out of clothes. Okay, so here is my best. I've been painting interior walls for months. Ooh, yikes. But I will say I need my bathroom and hallway redone. So if you want to come over, I mean, I've got sangria. You soak it for 24 hours, change the water, soak it for 24 hours, change the water, soak it for 24 hours. And after you've soaked it 3 days, you take something dull like the edge of a credit card or a plastic knife or something, and you scrape it off and then you scrub it, and it will almost always come out. My daughter lives in Minnesota. The hard water has grayed all of her towels. Ugh, I feel her pain. Is it possible to get them white again? It is. The first thing she needs to start doing is using color catchers. And color catchers will start grabbing those minerals. She needs to use a tiny bit of detergent and some washing soda. And that's going to give her the results that she wants. Too much detergent is too much detergent. Okay. Oh, we've run over, but it happened. We didn't have last week, right? So what other questions do we have? That was everything. And I mean, I know that was like speed round. But what's great is you can go back and rewatch this. But that's one of the reasons I want to go to YouTube, because on YouTube, it'll like live forever. And we can actually go in after the video's done and type in what all of the stains are, so you can just go search for what you want. Yeah. All right. If we don't have anything else, I will probably still be tired next week. I'll tell you what's going on with me. Going to see Taylor Swift tomorrow. So excited. Can't stand it. I'll probably still be tired next Thursday because I'll still be just on cloud nine. Yeah, yay YouTube. I'm with you, Sandra. But remember, we're going to YouTube in 2 weeks. I hope you have a great weekend wherever you are and whatever you are doing. I hope it's fun and you can just sort of chill. And if you have any questions, post them. We'll get them next week. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a really great weekend. Thanks. Bye.